Hello and welcome to the United Stand. This is your show, Skype Goldbridge. We've just beaten Leicester 2-0. You can Skype in, Skype Goldbridge, all one word, and have your say on Manchester United versus Leicester. Happy with the performance? Do we need to delve into the transfer market? Who was your man of the match? Who disappointed you? Where did it go wrong? Where did it go right? Over to you, totally unscripted. Hello and welcome to before we get to that, and the calls will come in and we will take them. Jose Mourinho, for me, has just mocked the entire Premier League with that performance and the first 3 games this season. He came out, he was asked about Zlatan, and he said, in January when the transfer window opens and people need to sign players, we won't because we've got Zlatan. But more than that, he spoke about team camaraderie, team mentality, team morale, how if he didn't have those players on the bench, he couldn't have broken the Leicester, the blue wall, he called it today. But more than that, you've got Manchester City and Pep Guardiola spending over £200 million to buy clean sheets, and then every week so far this season, they've basically had diarrhea all over those sheets. They couldn't keep a clean sheet if they tried. They're an absolute farce at the back, and I think that will continue this season. Mourinho wanted 4 signings. He's only got 3. And he's doing it, you know, I think this next week we're going to see the typical last week of a transfer window where teams are just desperately trying to sign players to have some sort of, you know, hope for the season ahead. And whether we do get somebody else or not, I said in my match reaction, I feel we need a winger. But that's only because we do need a winger, and it was somebody Mourinho highlighted at the start of the summer. So if we get someone, it's no shock. But our plans have been in place all summer. He's had a full season at Manchester United. And I think he's, you know, I don't really want to focus on Guardiola at all, because I think he's made a mockery of Klopp as well. Klopp's had, what, how many years has Klopp been at Liverpool? Mourinho, 1 year at United, won the Europa League. We've never won it before. Got us into the Champions League. He's now had a full year, a full summer, and we're reaping the benefits of team morale, solid team mentality that they can only dream of. So very, very positive. But it's not about you. It's not about me. It is about you. Let's take one of your calls. Let's fly into it. Hello, I've clicked somebody. Can you hear me?
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Jerry, is it?
Fuck off, you packer.
Hello? Oh, I tell you what, it's becoming quite boring now. It's becoming quite boring. These keyboard warriors who come on. Let's see if we can get somebody else. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, can I speak to Champ?
We're getting a few tonight. It must be a Saturday night thing. Skype Goldbridge is the name. Get calling in, give us your thoughts. I know this man will speak sense. Daniel, can you hear me?
What's up, Mark? What's going on, big guy?
And I'm very happy, mate. I'm very, very happy. I hope you are. I know sometimes you're a bit concerned about United. 3 games, 3 wins, 10 goals, none conceded, and we're going to international break clear at the top.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not about how you win. It's just if you win it all. That's all that matters. The concerning part is that Fellaini scored, so that should be an auto start next week for him.
As I said in my match reaction, I think Fellaini scoring and Lingard assisting it just shows you that this start to the season couldn't get more, you know, so it couldn't go more right, could it? You know, it tells you that we're getting a lot of things going our way when we win a game. Well, we kill a game off with Lingard and Fellaini doing it, but I don't think he'll be getting anywhere near the team. What were your thoughts on the match today? How do you feel now afterwards? Is it relief? Are you still confident? Well, can we win the league, or do you think that's going to be too far?
No, I think we could absolutely win the league. I mean, I look at the teams below us right now in the table, and also it's no coincidence that all the teams below us are also below us in talent, I feel like, across the board. Now, I do think City has better attacking players, but their defense is just an absolute disgrace. I mean, they're all over the place, and Bournemouth actually Josh King should have scored today against them, and they were lucky to get the, you know, winner in what they're playing 100 minutes down there now. I guess that's the new style of football, 100-minute games. Yeah,
250 million they've spent on the defence, 200 million on players, and 50 million on Mike Dean by the looks of it. But there's 3 or 4 days, well, there's more than that. There's 5 days left in this transfer window. Do you think we will sign anybody? Do you think we should sign somebody?
I think we have to sign somebody, absolutely. I was a little upset at the news that I saw that Aurier, penning the work permit, is going to sign with Spurs. I think that's another guy that you're kind of missing the boat on, much like Fabinho. You know, a lot of these players that that I think would be ideal fits for us. I think a lot of fans think they would be good fits for us. Mourinho just doesn't think they're good fits because I think we could get them. I mean, if teams like Spurs are getting them, and there's no reason why we can't. But we need to do something about the left side because the crossing is abhorrent, to put it mildly. It makes me want to throw up. It's just I mean, we can't get a ball in the box to save our lives. And that's just so unused to the way that we have played for the past 20 years, with the exception of Moyes and Van Gaal. So absolutely got to go in for Perisic. If they want 60, give them 60. At this point, who cares?
Yeah, and it is the player that Mourinho wants. I mean, I've got a bit of a theory. I think Valencia is a very good player for Manchester United, and he's very, very consistent. But I think we get the best out of Valencia when we're sort of up against it a bit, and his attributes shine through, which is strength and power. I think in games like today, where him and Blind were getting a free ticket to the edge of the box of Leicester, and then a lot of his game was about his ability to put a cross in. I thought Valencia was bang average today, verging on poor, because he didn't really need to do any of his power and drive and tackling that he normally makes him one of the best players on the pitch. It was all about, well, there you are, you've got the ball in the final third, and he just cannot cross the ball. It is shocking how bad he was in the first half especially. And you mentioned Aurier there. Mourinho loves Valencia, I love Valencia, but he's a total waste of time in a game like that when he's got so many opportunities to put the cross in and he can't do it. And in the second half, he more or less refused to do it. He was just looking for Pogba or somebody to put the cross in because he was just so bad at it. And I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I just think it's a massive area that we could be. We've got tall strikers as well. If we could get someone who can put a cross in, it's a whole other dimension to our game.
Right. No, absolutely. And you see a lot of the time also, too, when a cross does come in, Pogba's in the box as well. Mata's lurking a little bit outside the box, balls that might fall to him. A lot of the time in the second half, Valencia's standing, with the defender five yards maybe in front of him, and his thing is always to knock it past somebody. But when the defender's giving you the space so that he can recover if you get, the ball knocked past him, that's when you should just be whipping in the cross beforehand, and he's just checking back. He just keeps checking back and, checking across to Pogba or checking across to Mkhitaryan or Matic, and it's just the wing plays. I know, I don't want to cry over spilt milk and 3 wins in a row, 10 goals, none conceded. You don't want to nitpick, but the crossing is definitely a concern because I just feel like there's nobody on that team that could do it aside from Blind, and if Blind's off, then there's nobody that could do it. And then your best options, who's the best crosser after that? Ashley Young. That's that's saying something. So we definitely need some options.
Thanks for calling, Daniel. Really good call. Please do call in again.
You bet, Mark. Take care, bud.
Cheers, pal. Get calling in. Skype Goldbridge is the name. It's all one word. Give us your thoughts on the game today. We're more or less live, more or less within half an hour of the game. Happy? Should we do anything in the transfer window? Who played well for you? What was your thoughts on Lukaku taking a penalty? I wasn't happy about it. Proved right. Doesn't have the technique for me and always goes for the same corner. I could have saved it. I would have predicted that bottom corner. So get Skyping in and give us your thoughts. No point paying big bucks for Perisic when you can get Draxler for 32 million, says Consi. Valencia and Mata at the right wing is so confusing to watch, says Andre Johansson. Mata was actually my man of the match, but I get what you mean. Lynn Hall says, don't understand why we're not getting Fabinho to cover right back, CDM, centre midfielder. Valencia will tire this season, has to be purely down to money. Greedy Glazers refusing to spend much more this season. And the GMP says, Sky Sports reported so long ago we weren't in for Aurier. It was a non-story ages ago. Whoa, let's go back there. Let's not start saying Sky Sports are any good at transfer news. That's we might not get Aurier, but let's not go down the line that Sky Sports know what they're on about. Far from it, mate. They get a lot wrong. Right, Vincent, can you hear me? We always have a problem connecting to Vincent. I tried to get him on Thursday.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, you understand?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, great, okay. I'm great. I'm actually really good. I think I'm the only positive one amongst the United fans, apparently.
No, I think everyone is positive. I just think we're probably a bit realistic as well. I think we're all relieved, but it's your call. What do you want to say?
Well, so much to talk about. I think I should throw some things at you.
Okay.
And see which one you want to say yes and no to.
As long as it's not objects, I'm happy.
No, like first of all, the De Gea save. There's your cherry on the cake.
Yeah, fantastic. World class.
I mean, that was the best save I've seen in years. It's in the last minutes, it could have been 2-1. What a save!
And we keep that clean sheet record as well, which I think is so important.
Yeah, for my fantasy league as well, it was perfect.
You've got to think about the fantasy league. Well, let me chuck a question at you then. Lukaku, were you happy he took the penalty? What did you think about that?
Well, it shows that, look, we've been moaning about players not taking responsibility for ages. So I was happy he had the mentality, which I think all of these players now do have in this second season. We have the strongest mentality in the league, with Zlatan coming back as well. I mean, if Lukaku wants to take the penalty, let him miss the penalty. And he was positive, and I thought he would score the corner. So I'm happy with him stepping up.
Yeah, I mean, Xander on the watch-along wanted him to take it as well. You know, I just don't think he's got the technique for it, to be honest. But hopefully...
No, I agree.
The keeper moved so early. I just think if Pogba or Mata are there, they see it and they pass it in the other corner. Plus, as well, they've put it up on BT just before he took it. He always hits that corner as well, and I just think this is professional football. That goalkeeper will know where you put it, and then you put it there. It wasn't a very good penalty, but it didn't matter. It really didn't matter. And in many ways, Vincent, I feel that today was better for the miss of the penalty. It was better.
Well, exactly.
We had to grind
I agree.
it out.
Yeah. You wanted that. Mourinho wanted that. I think that's what I'm talking about, or trying to specify. That it doesn't matter if he misses it. He had the mentality to take it. He missed it, okay, and he was willing to go up and get more chances and put himself about and be the number 9 that we need. I don't mind him missing the penalty.
No, I don't.
Sorry, go on.
No, I don't. For that simple reason, I think I said it at the start of the game. Part of me, although I knew we'd have to go through the mill to get there and it wouldn't be pleasant, part of me this morning was like, I wouldn't mind us just winning this game late on, because it might throw a bit of doubt into Mourinho about we still need a player to come in. And also, mentally, we've got Stoke away next, which will be a grafter game. And, you know, I'm just happy that we're winning games late on. I think that just shows a very, very strong mentality, which Mourinho mentioned in his press conference.
Well, that's my main point, I think, that we got our old United back. We're winning late. We're grinding out results. 72% possession. These guys had 26 possession. They're behind the ball the whole time. We're just trying to break them down, so you're trying to wear them out, and then, yeah, the width is needed. And I don't know if you remember last season, I was like, I'm not going to talk about it, but last year, pre-season, the Community Shield, I called in and talked about we didn't cross the ball. So I've been going through this for a whole year, so I don't want to talk about crossing. But Schmeichel's job interview, he blew it, didn't he, with that Rashford goal?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good connection from Rashford, and he should have saved it. And after all the good work he'd done, it was a sloppy goal. But, you know, how many times have we seen that over the years? You give him a world-class save to make, and he would have made it today. But when it clips off the ground and it's all, you know, it's awkward, it was a soft goal. But you know what? I'll still watch Match of the Day and enjoy it, and I'm very, very happy. I am very, very happy.
No, but that's the whole point. Schmeichel's dad's in the stand. He's Schmeichel back at United. He's doing a worldie, saving penalties, and then the goal straight in the middle, and he just lets it in. So I think that's the whole point that I took from today, that everything Mourinho is doing, he's got the Midas touch, and he's just bringing on Martial for Rashford or Rashford for Martial. They're getting the winners. They're getting the goals. Fellaini could be the key for all the talk about Pogba and Matic. It could be Fellaini. Every time Fellaini comes on, he's when we go, and the horse is let loose, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks for calling, Vincent. Really good call, and please do call again.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, pal.
Bye.
I was going to come back on something on that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Fellaini thing's very interesting. No minutes for Herrera today. I mean, I've got to be honest. I don't understand, and again, it's nice to say this when we've got 3 points. I don't understand why Fellaini's coming on ahead of Herrera. I personally, I don't understand that. Herrera, player of the season arguably last year, fantastic midfielder, and we're bringing Fellaini on in the midfield instead of Herrera. I don't get that. I know it's working at the moment, but You know, Fellaini's not had a brain transplant, and he's not suddenly quicker and able to pass the ball. If he continues that against the big teams, we'll come unstuck. But you know, I'm nitpicking again. I like to nitpick when we're in a strong position. But yeah, I don't get that. And I'm a little bit worried about some people on the... I mean, I've not had much chance to check things today, but I've heard a few people saying today that Herrera-Barcelona is a realistic thing in the next week. That would be shambolic. We cannot let... You know, whether Herrera's going to play or not, we're not well stacked in the midfield anyway. We cannot let Herrera go. And also, 50 million for Herrera. Are you having a laugh? You want to pay £130 million for Coutinho, but you think you can get Herrera for 50? You can double it, and then we're still not going to talk to you anyway. Let's take another call. Bring in about Herrera if you want to. The Lukaku penalty miss, transfers, your man of the match, who played bad, whatever. It's your show. Neil, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mark.
How you doing, pal?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Really, really pleased with that result. Even though we are all nitpicking, I think that is, again, a bit like what Vincent said yesterday. This is the old Manchester United that I remember, where we're winning games, but we've got that luxury that we can still want more. What was it you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, probably just much on the same lines as what you're thinking, really, just regarding the formation and the problems down the wings that we've got at the moment.
Do you think I think it's dividing fans at the moment. I mean, Mourinho said, I'm very, very happy with the team at the moment, and I can sort of see where he's coming from. You know, Mata was my man of the match today. He's playing that right side. You've got Martial and Rashford sharing the left side. You've got Mkhitaryan at number 10. If we buy a winger, where do you play them? But I do think it's a massive area that we're just very bad at, which is putting the cross into the box. Do you think he's going to do anything this week? And do you think it's important? Do you think it's going to cost us if he doesn't, or do you think we'll be okay?
Yeah, I think it's massively important, really. I think we definitely need two attacking fullbacks or wingers. I think Valencia showed today that he just can't cross the ball at all. You know, if he had David Beckham's right foot, would have been a lot further up the league last year than what we finished. And I think Blind just struggles to get up and down on the left. He's got a great left foot, but he just struggles to get into those positions where he can put a good ball into the box.
I think if you could merge Blind and Valencia, you'd have the perfect fullback, because Valencia is quick, powerful, up and down. Blind's got a really good delivery on him, but can't defend, and Valencia can't cross. So they impact us in different ways. But you know, Leicester basically invited us to put crosses in today. And they did that fully in the knowledge that we can't cross. And I think you're right. I think David Beckham could have played today, and we probably would have won 3 or 4-0, because there were so many opportunities to put a decent cross into the box, and we were unable to do it. And I don't see anybody in the squad apart. Well, Luke Shaw could, if he stays fit, could do it from the left wing back. Pereira could do it from the right if he wanted to play him there, but I don't think he will. And I just think, you know, especially when Zlatan comes back at 6'5" and Lukaku's big as well, to not have somebody who can put a good cross in is very naive, because it's such a great area that we could be improving on.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think especially with Zlatan coming back as well, you know, he needs balls into the box, and you know, who's going to do that? I'm also sort of, curious of what's going to happen in the transfer window this week. I expect City to, keep spending. I think Chelsea's going to have to go out and spend big. We're not too sure what's happening at Arsenal. I expect Spurs to get at least 2 or 3 players in. So, if we don't get anyone, I think we're really going to be up against it, especially when the games come in thick and fast and we pick up a couple of injuries. I think, this is where we're going to be tested. Things are looking rosy at the moment, but, a couple of months down the line, we could end up, slipping down the table.
Yeah. Thanks for calling, Neil. Really good call. Please do call in again.
Yep, smashing. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, pal. And I think that's a really good point as well. I mean, if you take something that I've said on the United Stand previously, that when we won the treble in '99, we really didn't add to that squad, and we sort of went again with it, and we won the league, but we didn't really impact in Europe. And Roy Keane said that. He said what we really needed to do was, in that position of dominance, was to go and get 1 or 2 world-class players. So treat this first 3 games as like a mini league that we've won. We've obliterated it. We've got major goal difference. We've not let any goals in. We've got maximum points, and our rivals have dropped points. Take it as a mini league. Look at it, the situation. And as Neil just said there, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Spurs can all sign players, and probably will in the next week. If we don't, then we're just as guilty of what we've done in the past in '99 and things like that, is that we are in a position of strength at the moment, but all our rivals are going to strengthen over the next few days. We should strengthen. Whether we will or not, I think it's inexcusable, because Mourinho can come out with all the positive vibes about, the club, this, that and the other, and they've backed me. But we already know, you said it on the tour, you wanted 4, you're going to get 3. You wanted 4, you're going to get 3. So Mourinho can say what he likes, but we know the truth. You wanted 4, you're only getting 3. On from that, Manchester United are absolutely loaded. They've got loads of money. They break profit records every year. We've got absolutely millions and millions and millions. And if we are not going to sign or strengthen just because the Glazers want to tighten the purse strings again, then I'm sorry, top of the league or not, that's wrong. We need somebody who can cross the ball into the box. It is a gaping hole that even Vincent was saying on about a year ago, as he said on his call. We need to do it. We're top of the league. I don't want to jeopardise us winning the league because we don't go and do it. We need to do it. And people can say, why are you moaning about it now? Because as the last caller said, and as I said a couple of nights ago, in 2 months' time, we can't sign a winger. Now is the time to do it. The problem isn't now with the team. We're winning. But in 2 months' time, we might be struggling. Get that option in. Get it in now. That's what I say. Let's take another call. He's been calling for a while. Let's see if we can get him on. Stuart, can you hear me?
Hey, Mark. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. How are you doing?
Great. Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, first, I just wanted to say a big thank you and well done for your channel. It's taken me a while to sort of get to grips with things with the live chat and the Skype and things, but been following you right back since sort of 25,000 followers, so it's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to pick up on, really. I mean, obviously, the main points that you're talking about of your mornings and your evening shows about this winger and the crosses, and at the risk of going on about it again, I just wanted to make 2 points, and the first one is a continuation of that. Firstly, obviously, I 110% agree with the point. We are one player short of as good a squad as you can get, really. Short of playing FIFA and having an unlimited checkbook and having the best player in every position. I think realistically we are one player short of having the best squad possible. There's a week left. We're not going to sign a Neymar, an Mbappe, or anyone like that now, as you've said. A lot of months and time go into that. I watched today's game, and you've mentioned it briefly in previous shows, and I just see someone there in the live comments. I think realistically, he's available. People have said he's open for a move. Why don't we get Mahrez? Young, there'll be resale value if it doesn't quite work. I think, again, other people have mentioned, yourself included, you like the problem to be the left. You've mentioned Perisic, you've mentioned others. I'm really in the camp that I think we need a right winger. I think Rashford and Martial have got that left side sorted for many, many years. And Mata on the right, well, Lingard is not United quality. Mata's immediate instinct, get me in the middle. He can't go around the outside of a player. He's looking for, where's Valencia? I need him, I need help, or where's Mkhitaryan? He's a number 10 being asked to play on the right. And if we can get Mahrez to play Mata's role, all of a sudden you've got 2 world-class number 10s, Mkhitaryan and Mata. You've got 2 eventual world-class left wingers in Martial and Rashford, and you inherit a very, very Premier League proven, competent, advanced right player in Mahrez, who can cross a ball, he can go round the outside, he can come on the inside. And for me, I think that is a realistic opportunity for us in this next week that really would cement our head start that we've made. I don't know what you feel about that.
To be honest with you, I would have always said no to Mahrez. Not for me, but actually, I don't think beggars can be choosers anymore. And I think with 5 days left, I want to just get somebody who can put the ball into the box. And Mahrez can do that. I'm just reading some of the comments. A lot of people are very positive about it. Dante Gerard says Mahrez would be great. He did stand out to me as their best player in a very defensive side. He took, Phil Jones played well today, but there was a point in that game where Mahrez sent him back to Blackburn. He was, and he did it to Daley Blind a couple of times. Very skillful player. The only thing I didn't see from Mahrez today, but I have seen it in the past, is he can deliver a ball into the box, and that is the most important thing. I like the fact that he's skillful, but if he can put a ball into the box, and you're right, I think the right side today really will have planted a seed in a lot of people's head that we go on about this left winger, and actually today the biggest problem was the right hand side, because there was so many opportunities to put the cross in, and Valencia was a joke at doing that, and Mata can't do it because he hasn't got a right foot. So I won't be opposed to it. It's the sort of signing actually that we probably think it's not going to happen, but it wouldn't be surprising because he is a Premier League player and he's potentially available. I just hope we get a winger in. Like I say, I'm not bothered about the Bales of this world anymore or the Griezmanns. It's more about team ethic, which we have, but having a few options, a different skill sets, and we haven't got a winger who can put a cross in, and that is all I want. I don't care who it is, as long as it's somebody who can do it.
I think it would very much strike me and resemble very much all those years ago when we signed Valencia from Wigan. And over the years, I've certainly learned as a United fan, I've had a season ticket since I was 9, best part of 20 years now. As a United fan, you've learned to accept that until the recent past with the likes of Falcao, Di Maria, Pogba, we haven't signed the names. And through the Alex Ferguson years, and certainly now again with Mourinho, I'm certainly learning as a fan that, as you've said on many occasions, these managers, they know so much more than we could only dream of knowing. And these signings that we've made this year, they are fitting the club like a glove. And so anti-United Hargreaves, even today, had to take the L. And he was sort of saying Lukaku is perfect for United. They're able to play higher up the pitch. It's bringing more room for Pogba, more room for Mkhitaryan. I was similar to you with Matic as well. I wanted Matic, but I wanted Fabinho more. But Matic is the fit for Manchester United, and he is just working like clockwork. He's so comfortable. He's composed. I think he's helping Phil Jones. He's making Phil Jones calm down a little bit. And I think Mahrez would fit that sort of criteria. I think he would fit. Nothing would need to change. You don't change tactics. You don't change formation. You just simply add another horse and let it go. And the final point, just before you go, which I just wanted to leave with you, is the Champions League. I watched your show last night, I think it was, and you said you'll be happy with quarterfinals. I think that Real Madrid game proved the Super Cup game. I know at the time there were a couple of games behind us, and I'm not blinkered enough to know that we didn't get absolutely played off the park, but it was 2-1. The team, by the time we get round to playing clubs like that, will have been together for many, many months. Will have been in many, many different scenarios, will have been behind, will have conceded goals, will have drawn games, will have lost games, will have got through the group stage. We have a manager here who is got one of, if not the best current knockout European records. And I really wouldn't be surprised if we went very, very far in the Champions League. Very far. At the expense of maybe an FA Cup or a League Cup, which he's done in his Chelsea history. And he maybe just go for the Premier League and the Champions League. But with the likes of Ibrahimovic in your squad, Pogba in the squad, De Gea, you've got borderline 3 of the best players in their position in world football. You certainly have the best goalkeeper in the world. You arguably still have someone in the question of being the best striker in the world. And Pogba is well on his way to being, if not, the best midfielder in the world. And my own personal opinion, Eric Bailly is not very far away from being the best defender in the world. Why can't we win it? Why can't we get to the final?
Be interesting to see. Thanks for calling, Stuart. Really good call, and definitely please do call in again.
Thank you. All right. All the best for the rest of the show. Thanks again.
Cheers, pal. Just on that Morris thing, what also occurred to me is that he's won the Premier League. Another player coming into the team who's won the Premier League, just like Matic. Premier League, not a winner, Lukaku, but experienced in scoring a lot of Premier League goals. Very, very good. Vince Chapman says Matic is a robot who changed settings to read United. Thanks for the comment there. Carrick fans here, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. I've not seen him on there for a long time. I'm going to take another call in a minute. Eric, the spine is strong. The spine is strong with United at the moment. So we've got Matic, we've got Lukaku, we've got Pogba, we've got De Gea, we've got Bailly. It's the oldest myth. It's not a myth. It's the oldest saying in the world. If you've got a strong spine, you're in a lot. You're gonna do really well. Jake Hattersley, good game, loving content. Keep it up, Mark. Thanks for the comment, Jake. A lot of people calling, so I wanted to take the next one, see what they've got to say. Reese, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You're live. What do you want to talk about, pal?
Well, all I want to say is about we do need a new who can cross the ball. Do you agree?
Oh, what? Have you been watching? I've been on about it for about the last half an hour. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I've been watching today, and I was, between the 60th minute, I was really shaky and not aware of what we can do, because the last two games 4-0, my head was up, but we dropped today, and our momentum wasn't there.
It wasn't, but I tell you what, I'm happy with that, because I think if you want to win a Premier League, you've got to do it. You've got to win these games, because it won't always be 4-0 and smooth. And I think missed a penalty as well. Heads could have dropped, but the mentality's so strong. I mean, what was your thoughts on the penalty? What did you think about the penalty? Were you happy Lukaku taking it? Would you change him next time?
I really would like Pogba taking it. Pogba just plays her in the corner. Goal. I wouldn't mind a 1-0 win. I just want a win is a win, isn't it?
It's all 4-0, 5-0, 1-0. It's all 3 points, but I just very, very, very happy. Good that there are areas that we need to improve on. What do you think about Herrera? Do you think he'll still be here after international breaks? Is any?
I just love Herrera. He's my favourite player, Man United. I don't know why Mourinho isn't playing him when he got player of the season last year.
Not even getting on the pitch ahead of Fellaini. It is odd. I think that's wrong. That's
what amazes me. That big tree is on the pitch. He gets a goal in. I know that. But Herrera, he just got the mind of a midfielder.
If you're looking to win, if you're looking to kill off a midfield, I was surprised he brought Fellaini on. I mean, I know he's tall, but I would have brought Herrera on, but
definitely.
I'm not the boss. Where do you stand on the Rashford Martial thing now for the Stoke game? Who would you start?
I would start Rashford, because Martial has the momentum to pick a couple of goals up. I bring him on 60th minute every game, because if all their defence is tired of Rashford running around, Martial is just going to batter them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that Rashford's moved ahead now as being the starter. I think Martial is better off the bench, but I think it's going to change all season. As I said in the watch along, I'm just very happy that we have those two options. Most clubs would be lucky to have one player like that. We've got two, and we can just mismatch them. Play one, start one, bring the other on. Fantastic. I mean, it's such a positive to United this year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You think we can win the league?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. If Mourinho gives Rashford a couple of game times and Martial game times, they just remind me of each other, because they both have the same mind of running round defenders, cutting inside, and putting some goals away.
Yeah, brilliant. Where are you calling from? I'm guessing it's Wales.
Oh yeah, but I am in London over my uncle's house.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, Reese. Please do call in again.
Thank you. I will.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Rodney's just put on the live comments that he's on the way back. He was up at the game. He's feeling happy. Shame he can't call us in. I'd be interested to see what he thought from the game. Fellaini is the manager's pet, says Ashton Singh. I'm not going in on Fellaini tonight. He scored a goal that made me relax, so I can't criticise that. I just wonder what's happening with Herrera. I spoke about Herrera before the game with Ross, because we go live an hour before the kick off with the team news, and I said about Herrera, I love Herrera, but you can't argue that he should start at the moment because Matic and Pogba just work really well. I can argue that why Fellaini's coming on ahead of Herrera. I know he scored today, but height against Leicester's attack, they weren't even tall, so I don't get what's happening with Herrera. I think there might be something going on, but we will see. We will see as the season develops. And the reality is, there's lots of things. Pereira's not even getting on the bench at the moment. What's going to happen with him? But the reality is, as I've said to you before, when we come back from the international break, it's very different because it's not one game a week. I think we've got Champions League the very first week after Stoke, and it's pretty much weekend, midweek to the next international break. So we'll use more of the squad. We'll have a League Cup game as well, so we'll hopefully see the likes of Pereira starting. So the real season starts when we come back. This is all bonus points, and we've got 9 points of them, which is fantastic. Let's have a look what people are saying on the live comments. Sandeep says Herrera will be our Champions League specialist, and Tyrone says Fellaini is Jose Mourinho's secret son. Reese says thanks for answering me, not a problem. And Kevin Wright says, can I call? I'm happy. Please add me. Okay. Fellaini played well. He didn't do anything stupid, says Gillette. That's what we judge him on, really. Mike Dean was a Manchester City player today. Yeah, we can cheat all the like. We're still 2 points clear. I'd love to play City at the moment as well. I think we'd beat them. Herrera is going to be vital in Europe. I'm sure Jose will use a three-man midfield. It's still too early. I agree with that, Tyrone. And we haven't seen Matic, Herrera, Pogba as a midfield three yet, and I think it will work really well. And that's a great point from Tyrone. We cannot play this midfield against the big. If we cannot go to Anfield and play Mkhitaryan and Mata. We can't. You can't do it. So I think away at Anfield, what I would do is same back four. Pogba, Herrera and Matic as a midfield three. Rashford on the right, Martial on the left, Lukaku up front. You've got that pace on the counter-attack, and then you've got a strong midfield three. We won't have the luxury of what we're doing against the sort of lower to mid-table teams that we've had at the start of this season. No way. And I think what we've seen in this first three games has been great, but I think we might see a lot of different things come the start of the season. Right. It is Saturday night. Thanks everybody who's called in. For those who didn't get to call in, Skype Goldbridge is back again at 8 o'clock on Monday. We're back tomorrow morning with a transfer sort of update, reviewing the Sunday papers. I'm hoping it's going to kick off now. No games. Transfer window closes on Thursday. I'm hoping there's going to be some big transfer news coming in the next couple of days. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is Sunday Night Live, as per usual. Thanks everybody who's got involved today. Remember to drop a like on the video. Drop a like on the video for everyone who did call in. Some really good calls. What's your thoughts? Third game in a row we've done this now. Gone live 8 o'clock after the match and allowed you to call in and have your say. I really enjoy it. I'd like to keep it going. So drop your likes and leave your comments on that. Long day. Watch along. Match reaction. Then this. Going to go and relax now. Have a beer. Watch a film. Watch match of the day. But really, really happy. This mini season, this 3 games, we've got maximum points, we've got 10 goals, we've not conceded any. Areas for improvement, definitely, but definitely improved on last season already. Let's not forget though, this time last year we had 9 points, but totally different. We got a last minute goal from Rashford against Hull away. Scraped a result, came back from the international break, lost 2 on the bounce against Man City and Watford. Come back, we've got Stoke away in a couple of weeks, but the mentality's there, the strength is there, the depth is there. I would add somebody who can put a cross in. I hope we do, but at the moment, flawless start to the season. Really, really excited by it, and thanks for everyone who gets involved in the United Stand. You're all brilliant. Keep doing that. Keep subscribing. Keep liking. Keep commenting. Keep getting involved. Keep spreading the word. And I'm hoping that this season could be the most epic we've ever had doing the United Stand. Europa League was enjoyable last year, but a Premier League, a first Premier League, we've only been running for 2.5 years, but a first Premier League on the United Stand would be fantastic. A Champions League would be great. I'll probably take that in the next 2 or 3 years, but Premier League's where it's at for me today, this year, and what a start it has been. And for all those who had a bet, which I did, on Lukaku to score at any time and be first goal scorer, that penalty. But I'd sacrifice that to get the 3 points, and that's what it's all about. Cheers, everybody. Speak to you all later. See you in the morning. Be about, I don't know what time we're doing it in the morning. I don't know. About 10, half 10, maybe. No, it won't be 10. Half 10, 11. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon. Have a great evening. And of course, if you've got your fight, if you like it, Mayweather against McGregor. Mayweather will win. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon, and keep getting involved. Really enjoyed that tonight. Really, this is what it's all about, getting you lot on.